Get to the sports news. Grind what? Grind what? Grind what? Grind what? Grind what? Let's get to the story. Woo! I love it. Jalen Ramsey got a lot to say about these NFL quarterbacks, baby. All right. Up first, Aaron Rodgers. Jalen Ramsey had to say about Aaron Rodgers, he does not suck. Okay. Captain Obvious there. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to say nothing nice about him, but he wanted to say he does not suck. So I guess that's an indirect compliment. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Tom Brady does not suck. Okay, Jalen Ramsey said Tom Brady, 5 rings, does not suck. Okay, I think we all knew that one, but okay, there we go. We'll take that. All right, Tyrod Taylor. Now, this is a funny one. This is the one that a lot of people didn't notice. He showed a lot of love to black quarterbacks, but you know what I mean? I'm going to get into that, okay? So, Tyrod Taylor, he said he's actually a better quarterback than he gets credit for because he does not make mistakes, okay? Now, Tyrod Taylor, you know what I'm saying? He did his thing with the Bills. You know, he's a solid QB. He can be, you know, he's definitely conservative at times, and he's not trying to make those mistakes, which I kind of makes me wonder about the Brown situation. They have so many receivers, and everybody thinks they're going to air it out, but it's like, man, it's Tyrod Taylor. He might not take those risks, so we see how that goes. But, you know, I pretty much agree. Tyrod Taylor's a good quarterback. He doesn't make many mistakes, and, you know, he's pretty solid. He's pretty solid. Okay, up next, Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy G! You already know how I feel about Jimmy G, man. It's one of my favorite up-and-coming quarterbacks, man. Jimmy G, man. He just has it, man. He has that it factor. So what he had to say about Jimmy G, he said, I'm not sold on the hype yet. So he's not sold on Jimmy G. You know, he doesn't have to be. There's a small sample size for Jimmy G. We want to see more from him. So I can take that, and you know we can understand it. You can't really hate on him for saying that he's not sold on Jimmy G. Personally, you know, Jimmy G's the truth to me. You know what I'm saying? You go to San Francisco, they've been losing every game, and then you get thrown in the lineup and you help them get some W's on a team that hasn't had W's in a while. You know what I'm saying? So, and you go on a winning streak. I believe in Jimmy G. I don't care what Jalen Ramsey has to say. Just letting you know how I feel. You guys let me know how you guys feel in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe. You already know. Turn on my notifications. Who's next? Okay, we got Deshaun Watson. Man, that boy good. Watson, he good. He said about Deshaun Watson, he'll be running for the league MVP in the next few years. He'll be battling for that league MVP in the next few years. I highly agree with this. This is definitely, I agree 100%. Deshaun Watson is the truth, man. He's awesome, man. He lets it fly on that field, man. And he just showed where he came in the league, and he was so productive, so fast, that he can get it done in the highest level. We just hope that he can bounce back with that injury. You know, he can get back to letting that ball sling that thing, because he definitely can get it done in the league. And I definitely think that he was in the running for MVP before he actually got injured. So you already know that. So, you know, Deshaun Watson. All right, who's up next? Let's get to Carson Wentz. Okay, Carson Wentz is the truth, man. What he had to say about Carson Wentz, that Carson Wentz and Deshaun Watson will be battling for those MVPs in the future. They're 2 awesome young quarterbacks. And I agree, man. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't disagree. Carson Wentz gets it done, man. He's a solid quarterback, and he helped get the Eagles to where they got in the playoffs. And then, you know, Nick Foles came in and did his thing, you know. So the Eagles should be pretty good this year with Carson Wentz, and let's see how they can get it done. And can he get a ring from him actually playing? You get a ring from, you know, getting your team there, but you, as a player, I'm sure he wants to, you know, play in the Super Bowl and win it as the starting quarterback. You know, who wouldn't? You know what I mean? But it's still a ring. It's still a ring. You can't hate on it. Okay? Now we get to Jared Goff. He said Jared Goff is about average to above average for what the team asked for him. So he said that, you know, yeah, he's good. You know, so he showed Jared Goff some love. Jared Goff is a young quarterback, and you know, he's developing. He had a solid year, and he helped that team, get to the playoffs. And the Rams hadn't been there in a while, so he's definitely a developing young quarterback. So we can't really hate on that, comment, his opinion on Jared Goff, because Jared Goff is still a young quarterback, still developing. So can't hate on that one. Okay, Dak Prescott, he said that good, all right, okay, but the Cowboys run Ezekiel a lot. Okay, so what does he mean by that? He's pretty much saying like he's cool, he's all right, but the Cowboys mainly, they depend on Zeke, which is true. Zeke is the major factor in that offense, and that offense does its best when they're running Zeke. I think Dak is pretty good though, man. I think a lot of people, he's getting a bad rap because a lot of Dez fans are blaming Dak for Dez's lack of production. But I just think they never really gelled together, because when Dez came back, it felt like Dak was trying to force him the ball to make him part of the offense, and they just never gelled together. So it might be better for both players that they're not in the same team anymore, and Dak can just spread that ball around freely and not feel like I got to throw Dez the ball, let me force it to Dez. So I think that's going to help him develop, and then Dez, hopefully he goes somewhere where they can get him the ball and he feels confident that he can win some games and get the ball, because we know he wants the ball. All right. Kirk Cousins, man. Jalen Ramsey had. He likes Kirk Cousins. He likes Kirk Cousins, man. He said winner, competitor, coming off play action. He's the best quarterback in the league. Wow. Kirk Cousins, best in the league. Woo! Off play action. So we can take his word for it, because maybe he's played against them and he's seen him in play action. The way he gets it out there, Kirk Cousins can make some plays. But I'm not going to say he's the best in the league at anything. Not while there's Drew Brees, not while there's Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers still in the league, So, Aaron Rodgers is pretty real with that play action too, as well as Drew Brees. So let's not sleep on them. But Kirk Cousins, man, he got paid. He's on the Vikings. He's making some good throws, and that team with that defense, and those weapons, can Kirk Cousins get them over the hump, having that solid quarterback? We will see what Kirk Cousins is really made of, and can he get it done? It's funny, he showed a lot of love to Kirk Cousins, but Jalen Ramsey had a lot of negative to say about a lot of other quarterbacks that actually have accomplished a lot of things in the league that Kirk Cousins has yet to accomplish. Let's get to that. Okay. He said about Derek Carr, he said Derek Carr is good. He just said good. Derek Carr didn't have his best season last year. He's a young, developing quarterback, but I think he gets it done, and he's a solid quarterback. All teams have their ups and downs, and the Raiders as a whole kind of struggled last year. But I expect Derek Carr to have a big year, especially, he has Chucky, that offensive guru working with him. So I expect to see a better year out of Derek Carr, So we have that. Okay, Marcus Mariota. This is an interesting one. He said that he's great for the Titans. So you can take that a few different ways. Like, is that the perfect fit for Marcus Mariota and his skill set? Also, or is he kind of just like a low-key diss, like, yeah, you good on that team, but on another team, you ain't starting, or you on the bench, you know what I'm saying? Is he kind of saying something like that? So we don't know. It's kind of, vague. He's good for the Titans. You got to accept that. He's on the Titans, so he's good for the Titans. So we'll definitely take that. But I guess you could come up with your own, answer about that one. Okay? So we got that. I can't wait to get to the good ones. Okay, Eli Manning. He says, it's not really Eli. I think it's Odell Beckham Jr. I won't say Eli's good, but I'll say Odell Beckham Jr. is good, and that their connection is good. So he's pretty much saying that Eli and OBJ have this really good connection, which makes what makes him good. But he's not going to say that Eli is good. But Eli does have 2 rings, but Eli is inconsistent, has up and down seasons. But it was interesting, his answer there. It was very interesting. He definitely big upped OBJ, and he kind of slighted Eli, but then he kind of gave him a little props at the end, saying that they have a good connection. But Eli's been getting it done, and he's gotten it done. He has 2 rings, so you can't take that from him. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Ramsey got to get 1 first. Okay, let's not forget about that. You know what I'm saying? One of the best corners in the league, if not the best in the league. But would they play for that ring? All right, Eli has 2. Okay, so here we go. Russell Wilson. He said Russell Wilson is good and a good leader. I agree with that, man. Russell Wilson does everything right. He's a great scrambler. He makes plays. He's a good leader. He's that good All-American guy. You know what I'm saying? He gets it done. He's the focal point of that Seahawks team. It's no longer the defense. That defense got broken apart, and now, you know, everything's on Russ, and it's been like that for the last years. But, you know, everything's really on him now that the Legion of Boom have been broken up. So Russell Wilson is solid, man. You know, he gets it done. He makes plays. He's a very spectacular player. How he can just dazzle around out the pocket and you know what I'm saying, make plays up like the Sandlot and make good throws. So we know that Russell Wilson's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't really say nothing there, but I'm glad he showed Russell Wilson some love. Okay. Let's get into Ben Roethlisberger. This is one that I don't agree with, but we're going to talk about it and we're going to get into it and break it down. So, Big Ben, he said Big Ben is decent. You know what I'm saying? He said it's not Big Ben pretty much saying getting it done. It's his receivers, okay? He said that Ben just slings the ball and his receivers go and get it. He also said he played against Ben 2 times and Ben let him down. So, This is some shade right here. This is a diss right here to Big Ben, you know. And a lot of people have been sleeping on Big Ben, but he's been productive. And, you know, that's one thing about him. People want to give all the receivers the credit for Big Ben, but if you look at the Steelers, they get a lot of these later draft pick receivers, and then they turn into stars. And then a lot of them go to other teams, and they're not as productive as they were with the Steelers. Okay, so we can't take too much credit from Ben. You know what I'm saying? Ben gets it done. He got some Super Bowl rings. He's productive. Antonio Brown's the best receiver in the league. Yeah, that does help. But, you know, Juju came in the league young and a very talented player. I told you he's going to be the best receiver out that draft. And Juju's been awesome. But we can't take anything from Ben Roethlisberger, man. Ben Roethlisberger has been helping that Steelers team, you know what I'm saying, be competitive for the last several years, in the last pretty much decade. So, you know, I disagree with this one. I think that Big Ben still gets it done. He's played against him twice, so you can go with his, you know, opinion on there. But I think Big Ben still has it, man. He can still make plays. He can still win games, and he keeps those Steelers competitive. You know, Antonio Brown is an awesome receiver, but Ben gives him a chance by giving him those balls. He's definitely a smaller receiver also. So, you know, I think Antonio Brown's probably the best at creating separation as a receiver. But even then, he's a smaller receiver, so Ben is really accurate with a lot of those, you know, jump balls that he has to throw, because it's not like this tall receiver that you can just throw it up. He kind of pinpoints him, and Antonio Brown makes great plays on the ball. So we can't just sleep on Ben like that. We can't sleep on him, all right? So let's get to the next one. Drew Brees, man. I know he didn't say nothing bad about Drew Brees, but what he had to say about Drew Brees, he said he's definitely a fan, okay? He's a fan of Drew Brees. Pretty much saying Drew Brees is the truth. He's been getting it done. He's definitely an overachiever. He's a shorter quarterback that a lot of people didn't think that can make it. He was on the Chargers, you know what I'm saying, at the shoulder thing. They let him go, and then he's been revived with the Saints, making plays, super accurate, a great leader for the Saints. So, you know, if he would have said something, you know, about Drew Brees, it would have, you know, been interesting, because, you know, we all know Drew Brees is the truth. We all know. Okay. Ryan Tannehill, you know what I'm saying? He about to roast him. He actually didn't roast him, so I would have roasted him. I'm just playing I roast him. Shout out to Ryan Tannehill. But he said, Ryan Tannehill, he says, I don't know much about him. So I guess he doesn't know about him. He hasn't played him. He just doesn't know about him. But if we really think about that, that could be a diss in a way, because he's an NFL starting quarterback. How do you not know about him? Are you saying he's irrelevant? You know what I mean? So we can take with that what we want to take from it. Okay, so we got that. Okay, let's get to Matthew Stafford right here. Let's get to Matthew Stafford right here about my quarterback. He had to say he do what he gotta do. Okay, Matthew Stafford do what he gotta do, and like maybe I shouldn't take that as a diss, but I kind of do, because it's like, you know, you big up Tyrod Taylor and a lot of these other quarterbacks, but, you know, when it comes to Matthew Stafford, he do what he got to do. But I guess he did downplay Aaron Rodgers and Drew and Tom Brady. So I guess, you know, he does downplay some of the top quarterbacks. But, you know, I want to get this clear. When it comes to Matthew Stafford, he proved, a lot of people used to say that, oh, it's just Megatron. He just throws it up and Megatron makes the play. Well, Megatron retired, and Stafford had one of his best seasons, and he's been super productive, and he's been spreading the ball around. We had 2 receivers over 1,000 yards, the Detroit Lions. So, you know, he's making plays. He's spreading the ball around. He's coming with fourth quarter comebacks. He's getting it done. He carries that team on his back. There's no running game. You know what I mean? I've been hoping to get a running back these last few years. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, Kerryon Johnson is the guy. Hopefully, you know, LeGarrette Blount can help with that because the Lions need a running game. But without the running game, Matthew Stafford carries that team point blank. He's so important. You don't have a great offensive mind or, you know, a defense that can hold teams below certain points. Stafford has to score. He has to make points. No running game when milk the clock out. He has to make plays. So when it comes to Matthew Stafford, I'm going to let you know what I'm saying? It's Lion gang, and I'm going to support him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that he didn't show Stafford a lot of love on that, but you know what I'm saying? Let's get to the next one. Okay. All right. Phillip Rivers. He said pretty good. You know what I mean? Pretty good. Phillip Rivers. Pretty good. Man, Phillip Rivers is solid, man. He's a solid quarterback, man. He's accurate. He can make throws. He does make turnovers. I think he's kind of like Brett Favre and Tony Romo, where he tries to make plays too much, and he'll trust his arm a little bit too much and try to fit balls in tight places, and he'll get turnovers. And that's just kind of like the risk reward with Phillip Rivers. He's gonna roll that dice, but Phillip Rivers is solid, man. Chargers should be good. They have a lot more weapons. They've added a lot to that team, so they should be a solid team. There's a lot of hype coming about the Chargers. You know what I'm saying? They should stay in San Diego, but you know what I'm saying? They can do that thing in LA. All right. Matt Ryan, man. Matt Ryan. This one might surprise a lot of you guys. He said overrated, you know. So when it comes to Matt Ryan, I kind of don't agree with that because Matt Ryan got an MVP. Matt Ryan took his team to a Super Bowl, you know. So it's like things of that nature. I gotta show him love. Yeah, you know, it didn't go the best for them in the Super Bowl and a lot of these things, but you know, that's how games are. Some games people are on point, some games things happen and guys aren't as on point. But Matt Ryan is a major factor on that team. He's pretty much the orchestrator of that offense. So I personally, I don't take it. I don't see he's overrated. He got paid a ton of money. But that's the NFL, and that's what they do with quarterbacks. And your franchise quarterbacks get paid a lot of money just because based off their value. So, you know, a lot of people will agree. They'll think that Matt Ryan is overrated. You know, I personally I don't agree. I think the Falcons are a pretty solid team. They should be better this year, and Matt Ryan will be a big part of that. So I don't personally think he's overrated. A lot of you guys, so I'm hearing in my comments on Instagram, follow me at SDMT609 are saying he's overrated, but I personally don't think so. So you guys let me know in the comments below about that. All right, we got that. Joe Flacco, man. Joe Flacco, man. Here we go. Touchdown Joe. Here we go. So Joe Flacco, he said he sucks. I played him 2 times, 2 years in a row, and he sucks. So he pretty much said that Joe Flacco is trash, man. And, you know, Joe Flacco's been inconsistent, and it seems like the Ravens may be trying to go in a new direction by drafting Lamar Jackson. When he takes over, we'll see about that. But it's pretty interesting. Joe Flacco, he has a Super Bowl ring. He's had some solid years, but he's been up and down, kind of like Eli. But, you know, he's Joe Flacco. But, you know, I don't want to say he sucks, but, you know, you can say that, though. You can definitely say that, though. I ain't mad at him for saying that, though. I can't be mad at him for saying it because Joe Flacco hasn't been playing his best football, and he hasn't been, you know, that guy. So, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, Jalen Ramsey, you know what I'm saying? He keeping it G real with him. He keeping it G real. All right. Here we go. Okay. All right, Lamar Jackson. He said he's going to be good. And I agree with that, man. I really like Lamar Jackson. A lot of people want to talk about the speed and the athletic ability, which is awesome. He can bring that, but he can throw the ball. He can make plays. He's smart, and he's a hard worker. I love how he didn't want to run at the draft, and he wanted to show people that he's a quarterback. You got to take a stand for what you believe in and what you want to be. And he wants to be a quarterback, and the Ravens drafted him to be a quarterback. And maybe the quarterback of their future, I believe so. And I think that he has a bright future whenever he gets the opportunity to do his thing. I think he's going to do it. So I agree with Jalen Ramsey that Lamar Jackson is going to be good. You know what I'm saying? You already know. Baker Mayfield, man. Baker Mayfield, you know what I'm saying? He's definitely a hot topic these days. He said if they want the type of quarterback that's confident, that can get out the pocket, throw on the run, and make big plays with charisma, yeah, then I understand why Baker's went number 1 in the draft. So, Baker Mayfield, he's a confident guy. He's going to scramble. He's going to make plays. He's a savvy. He has that it factor. A lot of people compare him to Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel. I don't personally see it. Yeah, they're fiery, smaller quarterbacks, but they're two different people. You know what I'm saying? They're two different people. You can tell by the work ethic. You can tell, kind of with the focus effort. You know what I mean? Johnny Manziel came in the league and, he's partying and hanging around stars and doing a lot of that stuff. And we see Baker Mayfield practicing, going hard, and he's doing commercials and stuff like that. But that's the NFL. So I think Baker Mayfield has a bright future. I really do. I like his confidence and I like his competitiveness and just the heart he has in him. He rubs people the wrong way because people, don't like overly confident people a lot of times. People want to say cocky. But I like it. You know what I mean? When you're a quarterback like that, you believe in yourself. You have to be that way sometimes if you want to make those plays. You got to believe in things that a normal person wouldn't believe in, So I like that about Baker Mayfield. I agree with Jalen Ramsey on that and the Browns selection of him. But, yeah, pretty much. So Jalen Ramsey, man, he had a lot to say about a lot of these quarterbacks. You guys let me know what was your favorite quotes he had to say in there. He roasted a few quarterbacks, He pretty much said Tom Brady doesn't suck. Okay, we already know that. Ben Roethlisberger decent. Joe Flacco sucks. But, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I want to shout out Jalen Ramsey. It's awesome that you can be honest and give your honest opinion about these players when a lot of times people aren't going to do that because they want to be politically correct. So we got to salute him and show him love for that. And, just giving out his honesty. So you guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on my notifications, and follow me on Instagram at SDMT619. I gotta get back to this pump. Grind way! SDMT!